Hey everyone, so as you can see, I'm prepping to get ready to do the harvest of sweet potatoes. Finally. So I have to get it done today because I believe we have rain coming later today into tomorrow. So I've been drying this bed out for about 4 days. So it is definitely ready to harvest some sweet potatoes. So sit back, relax, grab your coffee. Let's see what kind of harvest I have. Hopefully it's a good one. I don't know. This is the sweet potato bed, like I've been showing for a while. I've got my tarp out to put all the sweet potatoes on. I gotta cut all the vines, and they're going all the way up in here. Gotta cut all the vines out of here so we can get down to the soil and start the harvest. Now you can totally use the sweet potato vines in salads, things of that nature. You could cook the sweet potato leaves if you want to. I don't normally do it, but you can. So if you have a whole lot of sweet potato vines, sweet potato leaves, by all means, go for it. For me right now, what I'm going to do is get this bed cleared out of the vines, and then we're going to start getting down into the soil. And if you've never done a sweet potato harvest, you got to really get down into your bed. Or if you've got a container, like I showed a few days ago in that video, just dump the container over, sift through the soil, and get your sweet potatoes. But let's go ahead and knock this out. I'll be right back. All right, man. Whew. Ants, yo. Already this morning getting lit up by fire ants. Okay, so as you can see, got quite a bit of mess going already, which is fine. I don't mind. This took me about 4.5 minutes. Now we're down to where we need to get to where I can get the gloves on. We start sifting through this soil. Already got one. We already have a few sweet potatoes right there that are popping up out of the ground already, so that's good. Oh, those fire ants got me. Feet are burning. Okay, it's all good. Why are you out here in sandals, right? That's how I garden, y'all. All right, let me throw the gloves on, and here we go. Hope it's a good one. Really hope it's a good one. Okay, y'all, so as you can see, we're already getting sweet potatoes out. Easiest thing I've learned to do is when you find where you planted your sweet potato slips, just start excavating around those sites right there. Also, because I didn't water this bed for a few days, 4 days I think, it's really easy to dig through the soil. If I had continued watering as usual, this would be like a muddy mess right now. So remember, if you're going to harvest a root vegetable of any kind, dry out the bed for a few days to make your harvesting a lot easier. This is a really good example of pests getting in there and just tearing up the potato. Looks completely like it's been just being chewed on. That's unfortunate, but all right, y'all, there's a culprit right there. You definitely don't want to find those when you're harvesting anything root vegetable. totally different than it did about 15 minutes ago, right? Now look at all them sweet potatoes. Looking pretty good, right? Y'all, I've been covered in fire ants. Those things got me again. All right. Part of gardening in the South, I guess. Especially in Texas, man. It got me lit up. I'm gonna get all these sweet potatoes over to the patio. We're gonna go through them. I want to show you all a few things. And I made a decision. I changed my mind. Made a decision, however you want to look at that, for this bed. Normally, or what I've been saying all year, is that I'm gonna make this the sweet potato bed from here on out. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna plant all of my garlic in this bed here shortly. Reason for that is I will show you on the patio. All right, so not a bad looking harvest. I mean, we got some nice sized tubers in here. I mean, that's the biggest one this year, but look at the damage, y'all. And I just broke it in half, of course. Look at the damage up here. Look at the damage all through there. Great majority of these, like this one, is just riddled. It's just riddled with damage from insects. I'm pretty certain it's a mixture of that grub that I showed y'all, because I found more of them, and wireworms, little punk wireworms. But all in all, to be completely honest, the harvest is nice. It's a good size harvest. This might have been my largest as far as volume, but not my largest as far as large tubers. So, self-reflection real quick here. As I was going through as I was digging up the sweet potatoes and everything and bringing them all over here, I already said I'm going to change that bed into the garlic bed. Definitely going to do that, 100%. The reason for it is, y'all, insects. You don't want, once the insects are in there, they're in there. So if I was to plant sweet potatoes in that same bed again next year, I'm going to have probably even more issues with the wireworms. So I'm going to change it completely up and put a crop in there that is the exact opposite of a sweet potato, which would be garlic. I think the garlic will do just fine in that bed. I need to put in irrigation, which I will do probably later today, honestly, in a different video. But I need to get irrigation into that bed, so when I plant the garlic, they are good to go, ready to thrive and kick butt. But that's why I'm going to change that up. And if y'all have an issue like this, and you're a beginner gardener especially, when you start doing harvests and you start seeing damage like that, like I just showed on these potatoes, you got to adjust. There's not a lot you can do for wireworms. You just need to adjust to another bed, let those things basically die out. And that's basically the only time I would say, hey, do some crop rotation. Because if you're in a small backyard, you don't really need to do crop rotation if you're amending your beds twice a year or every time you're planting something, which I do. So my crops don't have an issue, my beds don't have an issue with certain nutrients being depleted because of a certain crop over and over, because I rotate anyway, mainly because of this issue right here, insects. So get off my soapbox there. What do we do with the sweet potatoes once you harvest them? Warm, dry place for about a week. I'm gonna leave all the sweet potatoes sitting out here on my patio unless it starts raining. If it starts to rain, then I'm gonna get them into the garage where it's warm, and then I'll just have the light on. I'll keep the light on out there for them. But again, not really a bad harvest right there. I did not get a 3-pound sweet potato like Project Help Desk did, unfortunately, but not complaining about this harvest. Just annoyed about all the the insects, but is what it is, y'all. All right, everyone, so that's the video. If y'all enjoyed it, if you got anything out, if you got inspired by anything, if you learned anything, do me the 4 favors: share, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already. I mean, seriously, you really can't complain about a sweet potato like that, can you? Y'all take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I mean that. And I'll talk to y'all again real soon.